Ohayou gozaimasu, it's Mikan and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to do a Q&A. So happy, it's a Q&A video now. And personally it's a kind of video that I like to watch myself, so I was like, I need to do one on my channel someday. And this is the day for the Q&A. And I took some notes with all your questions because you were a few to ask, and thank you so much for your question. And before starting to answer them, I just wanted to do a little presentation of myself because I've started this channel without saying anything about myself. It's like if I missed something, like missed a part about it, sorry, I just took the step about, well, so who I am, like, is not a question that you ask me, but who I am. I am a French girl named Mikan. Obviously it's not my real name, but I don't really want to hide it anyway, but well, if I can have my scene name or my internet name, it will be Mikan, so please refer to me as Mikan. For my studies, I start with a license called LEA, English and Japanese. After that, because my English wasn't that good, I went to a license called LCCER, I forgot, and it's Japanese only. And inside these studies, we learn Japanese language, Japanese culture, Japanese literature, Japanese history, what else? Japanese society, a lot of Japanese stuff. So this is my major, this was my major. And actually in my third year of this license, I discovered anthropology. And what is anthropology? It's the studies about human, basically. And because Japan is the studies that I like the most in my life, like, it's so interesting. There is so much interesting stuff in France or other culture, but I don't know why. Since I am a child, I really like Japan, and most of them it's Japan culture. And I discovered like later mangas, like I was 11 years old when I first bought my first manga, and inside manga you saw a lot of Japan culture because it's Japanese comics, so Japanese comics about Japanese life, you know. So I grew up with this Japanese culture by reading a lot of manga. By the way, I have at home in France 500 manga, so that's a little bit huge collection that I have. Like, I really read a lot. So I discovered anthropology. For me, that wasn't a discipline that existed at all, like the documentary or maybe journalist, I don't know. But in any way, I had in my mind that anthropology, such discipline, existed. And when I discovered that, I was like, okay, so this is everything that I love in my life in one job. Aha! Yes. So I was so happy. I got my Japanese license, my Japanese studies license, and I went to anthropology license. So this year, to 2019, I got my second license in anthropology. So oh my god, I have 2 licenses, and now I am in the first master of anthropology in Bordeaux. But I am not currently in Bordeaux. That's the point. Well, moving on the question because I talk already too much again before. For this question, I divided it by 2 sides. The first side is like the question about myself, like me, And the second one is mostly the question about Japan, why I am in Japan, stuff like this. So let's go for the first side about the first question is, how old are you? And that's not a question that you should ask to the woman, to the lady like me, but because I don't care at all. First of all, in the commentary box below now, what age do you think that I am? Which age do you give me now? 3, 2, 1. I am 25 years old. Yes, I am on the first quarter of centuries. Well, that's my age. Are you happy to know it? I don't know, but well, the second question, I am so happy to do it, is actually this question come a lot, and in real life as well, is, are you half? So half mean in Japanese half Japanese and half one other culture. In France or any other language, we say something like my dad is na and my mom is na, but we absolutely don't say I am half something and half something else. And the answer of this question is that I am not. I am French, but my grandmother from my father's side is Spain, but I don't know Spain not really much. So I have 85% French and 25% Spanish. Yay, yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Please, nice to meet you. And the third question, and the last one about myself, is, you speak English and French and Japanese, but do you speak other language? Actually, so I am, as you know, speaking
French, English, Japanese,
so, and the first question about Japan is, tu as fait bon voyage? Profite. So, I wanted to say yes, but in 3 lines in front of me inside the plane, there was a shield. Like every 30 minutes he was like crying, and you know, because you have seen the video already, n'est-ce pas? Right? You know that I didn't sleep before my flight to be able to sleep a lot inside this flight, but because of this child, because it wasn't a baby, it was this little boy that you want to, you know, this kind of child, and he was crying every time. He didn't sleep at all, so I didn't sleep at all either, thanks to him. And yes, j'ai pas fait très bon voyage quoi, but well, I did slept when I came. So second question, youhou. Tu es parti avec quelle compagnie? On prévoit de partir en 2021 et je veux du sécure. Bisous à toi parce que je sais qui tu es et parce que je t'adore. I love you. My flight was EVA Air, but because I have some friends called Eva and the writing of EVA is the same, I prefer to say Eva Air. And yes, it was really good. And actually I always took like Air France for all my trip, as well that my first trip in Japan was with Air France, And regarding comparing to Air France, in Air Eva you eat a lot. Like, you have a menu, I'm gonna show you somewhere. You have the menu and you add a lot with Air Eva. So I really recommend this company, and it was good. Really, I don't have anything to complain, and everyone was nice, besides the shield that I wanted to kill, but that's another story. Well, that's for my company, but you can also have Air France. It was really good as well. You don't eat that much comparing to Air Eva, like, but that's good. That's really good. Moving on, the third question, which is, what's your favorite part about your trip so far, and also over you? I'm fine, thank you, and you? And my trip so far was just everything because Japan, just because Japan actually, like, I'm so glad. Fourth question is the most interesting one, I believe, for you, maybe, and I'm gonna answer to the fourth and the fifth one together because it's kind of related. So the first question is, quoi de prévu pour ton... So the first question is, quoi de prévu pour ton voyage? Combien de temps tu restes là-bas? And the fifth question is, tu es parti en visa touriste ou autre? Oui, c'est ça. You probably already find it, but I am here for studies. In Japan, actually, you have 4 years of license, and the 4 years, the first one is the equivalent of the master one in France. So I am here for the first year, and besides this, I am doing like the master one in France. So I am doing 2 years at the same time, and it's really like school help, because you have your classes in Japan with your homework in Japan and lot of paperwork and report to do, and also I need to do my master thesis for France, so have my master one. So yay, please wish me luck. By the way, if you want to send me a coffee, it will it's so awkward. Well, I have a coffee pages if you want to help me, because oh my god, I also don't have scholarship, so it will be helping me a lot, like really a lot, and I need to work, but I also need to do this master thesis. So I try to do both master thesis and work at the same time if I can. It will be like so nice, like feeding 2 birds with 1 seed, you know. I prefer this version. And yes, I am here for 1 year. Coming to the visa story, I don't know if you already saw it or not, but well, you're gonna saw it on another video, but it was really a pain in the ass. Really, like, I was like, kill me now or do something. Like, but because everything goes wrong. Like, if I didn't have luck at all, or if Japan wanted me at all. So it was really old school. But I managed to do it. Everything is alright now, but when I came to Japan, I didn't had my student visa. So, well, like I said, I don't know if you already saw the video or not, but everything goes wrong, and I wasn't able to do my visa before entering to Japan. And yes, it was so exhausting, honestly, so exhausting. So I needed to wait for all the papers to come all together, to go to Mito, to do my visa, yes, my visa, my permanent resident card, because actually when you have your student visa, when you arrive in Japan for the first time, everything is already done. Like you only to show your passport, and they give you your residence card, and they ask you if you want to work or not, and if you want to work, then you just need to fill it one paper, and they will like stamp your resident card to have your working permit. But because I didn't have my visa on time, I was like a temporary visitor. So because as a French person, we have the right to go to Japan without visa for 3 months. So I was like, I have 3 months to do all my paperwork, all my documents ready, and have my residence card. And hopefully I was able to do it in 1 month and a half, I believe. And well, it's done. But to be simple, I went with the temporary visitor visa kind of, because I already just needed my passport, and now I am fully permanent visitor, I may say, in Japan. Yay, for 1 year. So well, that's it. It was a pain in the ass, but I made it. I'm alive. Everything is okay. Way. That means that we are on the 6th question, which is really interesting one, by the way. Après avoir tant rêvé d'y aller au Japon, n'est-on pas un peu déçu sur place? And actually, not. That's not the first time that I went to Japan, so I already know what to expect. And also it depends of the person, it depends of who you are, it depends of the time, of the period of the year, of the period, the people that you are meeting. It depends of a lot of things. So I believe like each experience belonging to us. So in my experience everything is okay, but I know that some people had a really bad experience. But well, it depends, it really depends. But in my case, nope at all. No at all. Japan is so great. But there is still some stuff that I want to talk about, but maybe not inside this video, I don't know. So there is 3 questions left. The 7th one is in French actually. As-tu des endroits à nous recommander pour sortir un peu des chemins touristiques habituels? Actually, I don't have any. It's really, in my sense, it's really good to do some touristic stuff, because it's not touristic for nothing, you know, like. And even Japanese people love to travel a lot, so touristic places will be a lot like foreigners and Japanese, so you can't go without going there. So it's a part of the trips that you need to do. But if I have a recommendation, because I have a good sense of the orientation, so that's something that I not care to do. But if you want, that's my recommendation, like go to the city, like you go somewhere, you have planned like maybe 1, 2, 3 things to do, but not all day, and just chill around, like go around, discover. Like if you want to take this street because it looks cute, go there, and maybe you're gonna discover something new and interesting that you shouldn't be able to see if you like didn't wanted to go there. So like I call that like this, like losing myself, because voluntarily losing myself. And do it, like lose yourself, discover things. Well, and avant-dernière question is still won't make me laugh. When I first read it, it was, oh my god, are you going to vlog? Yes, I am going to vlog, and obviously I am going to vlog like everything that I can, and everything that I can do edit as well, because I had made Vlogtober is now season of Vlogmas, and I still haven't released any Vlogtober, so I'm like, oopsie. Well, it's gonna be okay, but there is a lot of video incoming, so please stay tuned, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Yes, it helped me a lot as well to grow. Yes, obviously. Well, and the last question, because it's gonna be too long, and I love to speak, and I already speak too much. Oh my god! But this is a Q&A, no? Well, the last question is, how do you like Japan so far? And so lucky. So thank you. And well, I have to say that I know that I should be happy to be in Japan, but like I am so happy to be there actually, but emotionally speaking, there is a lot going on, and I don't feel really that happy. Like, I don't know how to say that, but because I struggle a lot to come to Japan. Like, it was horrible until the end, until the weekend before my flight, because my flight was on Monday. I wasn't sure at all if I needed to cancel everything or not, if I was able to go to Japan or not. I had my ticket, I had everything booked, but I didn't know if I was able to go, like, at all. Like, the weekend before my flight, someone of the I don't remember. The office that work on everything about that was saying to me, you will not take this flight. So the flight that I had on the Monday. And I already told you that in our previous video, so if you haven't it yet, you can watch it, and if you don't want, you don't need it. This lady told me that, and I was, wait a minute, did I need to cancel everything? Like, my train to go to Paris, my flight to go to Taipei and Japan, and everything? Like, no way. Absolutely no way. Like, I can't lose that much money. It's not possible. So I was like, role playing, does that mean that I can't go to Japan? And she said, oh no, you can't come, but I just wanted to be sure that you are going to for the 24th September. I was like, but excuse me, between you are not going to take this flight and I just wanted to be sure that you're going to come this date. I absolutely don't know what was on her brain, but in mine it was like mind blow. I was like, oh please, come on, someone kill me. And because I struggled that much, I was like, man, it's like, you know, you have the pleasure, you are happy, but because of bad thing you are not happy at all. That's what happened, I believe. Like, I struggle so much to come here and to have my documents, because yes, I came to Japan, but I wasn't sure to be able to stay in Japan because I was in my temporary visitor visa and not my student visa. So I was like, in the way that I am now, I need to go back in 3 months. So I was like, I can't be happy now because I still don't know. I absolutely still don't know. Like, and because of that, like, my little routine start a little bit, but I was every day confused and every day scared and every day anxious and every day stressed out because of all of these, and I wasn't really able to enjoy. Like, I went to eat sushi, I met some friends, that was beautiful, that's the greatest time ever, but inside of me I was like, but you shouldn't be happy now. You don't know if you're going to be back home in 3 months or not. And because of that, I start to just like feel unhappy every day. And yes, that's why I'm not that gleeful, hopefully, happily, happy. I don't know what I am saying, but well, I wasn't like super happy to be there. I am happy to be in Japan, but I don't know. That's so weird that, like, also I met some friends, some non-Japanese and non-French friends, and now there are just one have club activities, the other one have work, and because of that, like, we don't meet each other that much recently, and it's kind of sad. And also, like, there is like, with French people there always some problem and it's never easy, and that's what happened recently. I just don't want to struggle anymore. I already had a lot in my life of negativity, so I don't want negativity again in my life. And if it's gonna be like too much negativity, I will just say stop and being alone because I don't want to struggle again with my relationship. But by the way, that don't affect me directly, but indirectly. And also I don't know, because I don't know if I should say that on camera, because I know that somebody maybe gonna saw it inside my friend group, but if you saw it, I'm sorry, but that's my feeling about it. We went to Tsukuba mountain. We had the baddest ideas to go to by bike, so I was already exhausted, and I don't know what happened. When I arrived to Japan, everything was pretty okay with my health, but no, when I am biking, mostly biking, I am like so exhausted, and it's hard to not to breathe. But and these days when we went to Tsukuba mountain, it was horrible for that, and biking was just horrible. And these friends that I met are really like sportly, really strong people, and I am not that strong. I love do sports, but because of that I am really slow on my bike. I always gonna be the lowest and the far away from the group. Like, you know, they go straight and me, I am like back, like really, you know. I was like so exhausted that going to climb the mountain, really like hiking, it was but it was so nice because I love to walk, but emotionally speaking that wasn't good at all. Like I was like, oh, you can go, like without me, you can go. But actually, I felt like really sad, like, you know, like climbing a mountain mountains inside a group. Like, you should be a group, you should like make memories together, like, but I made memories alone. And the only part when we were together was when we eat on the top of the mountains. That it. I didn't even have, like, you know, the picture in the top, like, we made it, because they did the pictures together and me, I wasn't like here. And we ate. After that we did a little bit of souvenir shopping together, and like there was one of the dude of this group that took, you know, like the French charm with little bells on it, with little frog, because frog is the animal representing this Tsubasiti, that's the animal of Tsubasiti. And he took a set of 3 and we were 4. So I was like, and actually he gave them like on the 2 other one, like in front of me, like, oh, because we are always together, and giving the 3 like a charm, French charm, in front of me, and I was like on his back, like, you know, this meme, like, so well. And the way down was a little bit more better because I was with 2 other people, like pretty all the way, but that it, like, we speak a little bit, was more funny, thank you to you. But on the way back I was alone again. There was just one of them that stayed with me like for 5 or 10 minutes or so, but that's it. Like, that day was a so lonely day. Like, you know, the feeling that you met some friend and you believe in your friend and you're happy to be with there, but finally you are alone. Just alone. And well, that's it. This was so a lonely day. So since that day I was like, should I take some distance? Should I leave the 3 of them together, like, because there is 3 and not me, because they not included me? So maybe I should like just refrain myself, retreat a little bit, and like a little bit bit by bit, like despairing from their life, I don't know. Or should I like force a little bit, like, you know, like, hey, I'm here, I'm your friend, remember me? Like, should I attack? Should I fight for them? Or should I like just give up? And actually I don't know, because in my life I got so much sorry, in my life I got so much negativity and problem with friend relationships that now when I need to fight for myself or for our relationship, I just don't want any more fight. So well, this happened, the struggle in my life, this little thing. So for answering to the question, like, how do you like Japan so far? Yes, I like it. Everything's so great. And you're going to saw it on my seasonally favorite, like the autumn one is coming up really soon, so stay tuned for that. But well, beside Japan, because Japan is really like okay, I love it, like it's no problem. But besides that, like we don't even have to say that like Japan is so great. So this apart, this happened in my life. So I try to put my all the negativity inside me that I keep inside me. I start to like put it down a little bit, like go out kind of spirit. But well, I'm working on that. Like it's so exhausting to feel depressed every day. So I try to find like little things like that make me happy every day. Like the autumn leaves right now, that's beautiful, I'm so happy. And to be able to bike, to have my 2 legs and 2 arms, like I'm happy to be alive. This kind of I've gone too far, but well I'm so happy to be there actually. And my boyfriend will come for 3 months normally. Not inside my room because it's a Josei room, girls only room. But well, he tried because what the fuck is going on with the passport now. But well, it's trying, is gonna be here for 3 months, so it's gonna be okay for that too. Like, oh, I can't wait, because for him it's gonna be the first time that he come to Japan. So I'm so happy to show you around, and I'm so happy for that. I can't wait. So well, everything has his own experience. Everything feels the life, the things around you differently. So it depends on the person. But that's for my experience, and I hope you know me a little bit more. And yes, if you still have some questions, you can still ask me, and maybe I'm gonna do a second video Q&A later on the not this year but next year maybe. So please ask me if you want some questions. Hi, it's Mikan currently editing this video. I'm sorry it's 40 minutes long. Really sorry for that. Also sorry to make you maybe depressed, I don't know. Also I say like every time is so annoying also for me. So sorry for that. And I wanted to add something that I forgot to say. Other factor in my depression, I don't know if I can call that like this, but I miss my family, I miss my boyfriend, my little brother, my little sister. I want to cry, but it's gonna be okay. I also miss my cat, and my cat now has some problem with her teeth, so I feel really sad and depressed because of that. And also when I listen Cold Rain of some group like this that my senpai really liked, when I hear the song I'm like feeling really sad and depressed. I really want to cry. I almost cried to one song like recently. And well, but I don't know, maybe it's Christmas spirit. Everything seems to start to be alright. I don't know. Everything going smoothly and way more better than when I filmed this video. So is that a good thing? It seems really good, I don't know. And yay, also, Mamie, t'en fais pas, tout va bien. Tout va bien. Merry Christmas everyone. And back to the video. And that's it for this video. It's been 1 hour of talking for me, but I'm gonna edit it a lot, hopefully, and well, I'm gonna try my best to not do a so long video again because, well, it's not really good if I don't know. Well, thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for, I don't know, subscribing to my channel if you haven't yet. And thank you so much for staying along with me with everything. So, well, so thank you. And see you on the next video. I don't know which one's gonna be, but stay tuned, subscribe, click on the bell if you don't want to miss it. And there is a lot of Japanese content coming in my channel, so subscribe, like, comment, and we'll see. And I love you so much. Goodbye. Thank you again.
楽しみにしてるぜ。